Lord Hatadin, Señor de Abraham, que ve la cosa que me ha dado que me pasen de que negó de fazer nem mas privado, mas tu Sham again Lord Hatadin, again after after que vai lá na cabeça de Sham, eu tava na faca cai me cabeça de cabeça, me avem. The myth makes me became a test, we came up to know them with wild birds, women of women who come to show them until our face makes them Hatadin, right? Yeah, I miss him. Shivina Memo says, like I'm sure she will not correct a thousand. Seven Shula, not one to keep them. Can you keep them together without the rest of the thousand? I don't know, marvelous layout, and now the وقلنا ما لما شاء كي ألقى الخاصة قد رحت هذه أهل إسرائيل بين الناس يعيشون من الشرك سوسن ولا يخافون كما تقول يكون رحت هذه كيف يا إسرائيل ولكن لنا نشنا زي كمان الناس سبب After that, I made the better version of the Nagashon, the better kill David made to other Marcus and Marcus. No, the son is like I was called the Asian Captain. I have a campus. I started in Marcus. I have a family Israel. She was said to the question outside the kilo. Asking when you're going up, only not on the left of the Hazard, and said I go measure Marcus. I left, I excellent mesh, but. Cinema is sick of all new balls in Gregor with the play Abraham communication of the insurance package was my with Tafnia. Yeah, may have made a Mercatani, Machnia said them, Allah has the Valsic, I'm probably sure after the special you have Machamino. The same sort of happening about the function of them as they seem Hokin and all and skill how was up on Mercatani. And Mr. Fast came, the Samuel Habiach, the Sish, I was a Geeft het wel aan de gemeente zeggen dat van deze zou ik winnen we en dan gaat aan de nee. Bij nee slijm. En ze met dat de gemeente als meer kan hem zo. Zo ik is wat ik alleen maar gaat aan de nee. Ja, kan ik zo. Maar ik maar aan de nee nou weer maar en ik heb weer met mijn spel. En ik heb maar dit spel is zo gaan en wat toch. omdat vandaag maar kunnen wat is en ik had het met de stap weer gaat aan de nee. Ja, te veel. Ja, dan de hele heen nog iets. Ja, wel is die last was bij de bezig geweest in Israël. Oh, wat na de cabrios in Israël hebben. Weet het Israël na gaan zeggen gaan en op zoek van zien maar gaan meer gaan doen. Gaat het nou zo het zien. Die men had minder wat om te spreken met mensen zei. Sem gaan we kunnen dan leren maar we gaan toch zo dus maar dan dit hebben zo. Zijn we zijn zelf laat even gaan doen. Het even simpel gaan dan deze. Sem challenge even gaan we gaan zeggen maar we zijn gaan binnen kan ik gaan. Bij Parnaga gaan we gaan dan Nederland thuis gaan we dat stak weer gaan we samen met hebben bijna gaan we gaan goed zo. Gelijk zo gaan we samen gaan we gaan doen. Nee. We gaan samen zo was alleen. Ja, nee. Tazen şavda taşımayı var ama kim bir şey var ne bir şey ne var. other question I thought. Last night, about Captain, I want to know. It's got this me out. Leila, who has a shot at this from Masad, Mimo, the Mermaid, Scabos, and Boston College, Circle, and the Mermaid, H. from Tavim, Elena Caruso, the Mermaid. I said, some name of that small Caruso. Hakos b'seif sef havnei mekon v'vnei ma'avad v'kolay sima yad neichad u'shma yachad. Amen. 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 Today in Jewish history, today's learning is L'Iloi Nishmas. Shalom Alevi ben Simcha. Shalom Alevi ben Simcha. All right. Today in Jewish history, today's when the Teva, the Ark, in the times of the flood of Noah, today is the day that it landed on Mount Ararat. The Torah tells us it landed on Mount Ararat. Today is the day it happened. It was the 17th of Sivan. The Noach's Teva, the Ark. Whatever spitz of that mountain, Ararat, that was today. That's when the mountain got up. That's when it went on that spitz. It's also, I also want to wish everybody a happy Hanukkah. The Gemara tells us, the Gemara in Tainus tells us that in the times of the Chashmonaim, so they recaptured an area called Migdal Tzur from the Greeks. That took place on the 17th of Sivan, in the times of Hanukkah, and the Gemara says they would consider it a Yom Tov in those times. It was a big capture, it was a big win, and they would celebrate it every year back then. Until the destruction of the Beis Hamikdash, and they stopped celebrating it. And tonight in Jewish history, tonight is the day that the Spanish Inquisition
was officially over? Anybody know what year Spanish Inquisition officially ended? Legally. 1967. Not 8, not 17, not 15, no. 1967. 1967, on the 18th of Sivan, is when officially Spanish Inquisition, Spain officially descended. Huh? In 1967? What do you mean? That was the day in 1967. That was the day when Spain officially said the Spanish Inquisition is over. They changed the laws of Spain that there's no more Inquisition. That you're not allowed to practice the Yid, the Spanish Inquisition. If you do, they burn you at the stake. What? Yeah. Yeah. So crazy how, we think of its history, we think about it, that's 100 years ago. It's just so recent. Well, what event is Spain had it in their blood, that anti-Semitism. Why did they take it away? Because it was gargling in their blood, but probably whatever. It's still tremendous. Alex Pante, who comes over here, is from Spain.
I spoke to the Shliach from Spain today.
Yeah.
In Spain, that way.
Okay.
I just moved to you.
So they'll tell you the anti-Semitism we grew up with. So they're giving out passports, but it's also a scam. I mean, the fee is like $30-something $100. It was a money making scheme, I think.
No, I don't think it's that expensive.
I looked into it. I said I identify Sephardic, and I would like to get a Spanish passport. What do you mean? Identify. No? Okay, if you find out I want to do whole family because if I have a Spanish passport, then my kids who are learning in Europe, I have 2 kids living in Europe, they don't need visas. Need visa. So no, it's anywhere in Europe. If you go, not if you go visit, but if you go to it for an extended stay, you need a visa. And if they catch you, they'll kick you out. If you stay there longer, they'll stamp your passport. You can't come back in. They did it to my uncle had a problem. Yeah. You're there more than 100-something days. They got him his visa and he's good. It's not easy to get. It's a pain in the neck to get a visa. All right. We're in the middle of learning about Shema, and we're learning about the kavanos we have when saying Shema. And we spoke about the first pasuk. We finished reading on the first pasuk of Shema Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad. And each word, what we're supposed to think about when we say the Shema. The next part of davening after Shema, by the way, the word Echad, Shema Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad. Echad, numerical value, numerical value of Echad, 13. 13 is the age where officially, although we start a baby off with saying Shema right away when the baby gets the first prayer with either child, but the obligation of saying Shema every day, the mitzvah is when we turn 13. Stop. All right, so then Shema, although it's part of the davening, that is not the definition of davening. When the Torah talks about davening, when it says tefillah, Tefillah is talking about the Amidah. So much more say. Now, we put it together because there's a lot of value put it together. We'll discuss what the value is. But two different things. That's not mixed up. Not just that. But the mitzvah to daven is not the Amidah, which we have. The mitzvah to daven is simply if we need something to ask Hashem. Hashem, please. I really want to win the lottery. You know the guy was davening for 30 years. He wants to win the lottery. And the malachim, the angels, they say, Hashem, please, come on. The guy's davening 30 years every day straight. He's davening to win the lottery. Let him win already. Hashem says, I wish. I'm just buy a lottery ticket. But that's what davening is. Davening is we want something. If you're buying the lottery, by the way, all you need is one ticket. Don't. If you buy more than one ticket, then you're losing your trust in Hashem. No. One ticket. If you deserve to win, you want more than that one ticket. That's good. That's excellent. You know the one. There's no reason to buy. You can split it. You split it with yourself. In any case, davening is when you daven for something. So, if we're davening, really davening is our own words. Some people say, a lot of people say, I don't like to go to shul daven because it's. I like to daven my own words. You're doing the right thing. Daven your own words. You still go to shul to do it because it's much better when you do it together, everybody together. There's so much more value. I'm saying it goes more up. As it goes, our davening is accepted by Hashem better when we daven together. So some people say, no, I don't go to shul because there's a bad person that goes there also. I don't want to daven with the other person. Nah, you missed it. You missed the whole point. The whole point is, Tzibur is Sadat Benia in Russia. Everybody comes, the good guy, the bad guy, everybody comes together. And we daven all together. You know what Hashem says? Like the story of the Baal Shem Tov. My favorite Baal Shem Tov stories of the guy who someone was very, very sick. And the Baal Shem Tov was davening for the person. Nothing helped. So Shem Tov gathered a minion of people, the minion to come together daven. Still, the person wasn't getting better. So Hashem said, let's bring children. They brought children to daven. Children are pure. So it was nothing. So Hashem said, go to the outskirts of the city and go call a certain gangster. And tell him. So the gangster comes. Here's the Baal Shem Tov. Call him. He comes. He starts davening with them. And the person got better. So the students of Baal Shem Tov ask, I don't understand. The minion doesn't work. Your davening doesn't work. A minion doesn't work. Children who are pure don't work. A gangster, that works. Baal Shem Tov said that I tried opening all the locks of heaven, and none of the keys worked. So I figured, who knows how to pick the lock better than that gangster? And sure, but the truth is that adds a certain beautiful dimension to our davening. When it's not just tzaddikim davening, that's also beautiful. But even when a rush, even when the no good guy davens with, that also adds beauty to our davening. We all come together, so we're all adding something to the pot. What? Especially Yom Kippur, of course, that's the main special day of davening. But every day, we come together at daven. There's something magic taking place when daven when we come together to daven. So a person shouldn't say, "Oh, I daven by myself because." Davening yourself is also good. There's nothing wrong with davening myself. But it's even better to daven with everybody. Not just that. With a minion, of course, you could also things of kedusha. You can only discern the holy things you can't do without a minion. It's not possible. You can't do kaddish. You can't do parku. You can't do all those things without a minion. So you're getting more parts of davening, which also adds more power to our davening. But in addition to that, in addition to our davening being better accepted, in addition to us being able to add more parts to the davening, you're also, just like giving tzedakah is beneficial to our davening, it elevates our davening, so too does davening with the minyan, because when we come together down the minyan, Yosef needs to say Kaddish there. We're helping Yosef by being there to help him say Kaddish. That's a chesed, that's a kindness. That's just like a kindness before davening. We give tzedakah for kindness for davening. The same thing, we do kindness for davening, and we enable other people to have to do Kaddish. Which, by the way, God forbid, we should never have to say Kaddish, probably. But when we do have to say Kaddish, only someone else can be there for me. I can also be there for someone else. We all help each other out. And that's how we enable the minyan. But in addition to that, in addition to getting, when we do those certain kedusha things in davening, let's say Baruch Hu. So it says that like it's like a ladder, like a staircase leading from one place to the next. The Kaddish takes our davening and takes it up to the next level, which again we can only do when we're together davening with the minyan. By ourselves, we can't do it. It doesn't work that way. How all these staircases work, I don't know. I don't know how Kaddish works. How does it work? Also, we say Kaddish, and also there's a magical staircase that appears. Yeah, that's how it works. I don't know the science behind it, but we can take it just for face value. Right? Huh? What's it? Oh, we're good. Perfect. Maariv, page 118. We continue tomorrow. 118. Hey, Maariv pulling once. What? What? What time you think? 8:37. Great start. Good afternoon. You're on page 118. Man, you maybe he said, oh, yes, the car The other know that how much I say yes, then it is funny. It's a couple of Adina, you know, Eleni Pradano Mitzare, you know, some of Shano Bakayin, you know, above my side, there you go. I've been one of the three arms, so ومعخوص سویرات سنکی بلاده ممایشن نیسا لخان و شیدا سن فرابا یاد رفولا میخوام باید قابل باید سریتا بخصوص نفا که یا میبنه مایشن زیدی حالا با فضل نیسی اکو گاله من خازق میمن و قادی نای او یسرائیل Ushmar Tzei, no in Hantem Shamiat, the other long Shaminot in what was Shay made a Sama Yisrael, Skada, Miskada, Shmirabo, Yam the Yam of Seviat, Pukani, Shike, I love it. God, I got from me. Shmirabo, it's not say, Peter, Larry, Salavi, Salah, Shmini Kuchamiko. Then I'm going to see us as a Muslim, and I'm not from me. Skada, Skada, Shmira, Bob, Young Musica, Opposite, what kind of color she had. I love it. So I'm like, I may, Shmira, my sort of it's very means not to be always the Tribute. I don't know about Mishida, because I wanted to know, Rame. Skala place was always the Sock, I love in Mishmak, Rame. Shmira, Mishmak, the kind of play Molino, I saw you, Rame. I was a shaman, Bobby at the Shaman, I saw you, Rame. They know the Shabbat, but they're good. So that's on a good guy, hard outside, place on a good. Look at your dog. The rice made of the better to say. Saki, I love. The Vanessa, yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I don't eat much. But I didn't even know how to get it. 135. Amém. 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 Vai ser chamado. Amém. 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 Aí, senhor. Amém. 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 Tomorrow morning, 8:40. Many I think I should play on. 8:40.